everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady.
And I'm Aiden.
And today we are going to sow some beets. And we thought it would be fun to show everybody how we go about doing it. Beets are one of my favorite vegetables. And actually, when I was in Grand Rapids last week, I went to this restaurant called Rome. And it, on their menu, had the best roasted beets I've ever had. And the trick was blackened honey, browned honey. Basically, they just cooked honey in a skillet until it got brown, and it was like glazed honey, and it was a game changer. So ever since that meal, I have been thinking about beets. And lucky for me, my good friend Kelly Smith Trimble has just released an awesome new book all about vegetable gardening. And actually, it's called The Creative Vegetable Gardener. And when she first approached me about this, she was like, I really want to show people how you can grow food without raised beds, without a segregated vegetable section. And that's precisely what we do here. Incorporating vegetables in all of our landscape borders, which is basically what a foodscape is. So I was so excited that not only did Kelly, ask a lot of great questions, but she and her husband came here and took photographs of the garden, and all of that is included in her great new book, The Creative Vegetable Gardener. Now, along with her book, she did a great promo and sent out some seeds, which included the brilliant beet blend from Hudson Valley Seed Company, which is a great seed source. And Aiden was keen to say, I really like these seed packets. They kind of come undone, and they've got some great information on them. It's really, I think they're top notch. So to get the beets started, beets are one of those things that they don't transplant well because it's a root crop. And really, technically, they develop a taproot, even though that taproot becomes, engorged, and that's what you eat. So they're best not to be transplanted, so you're better to just direct seed them. But we've got some issues in our soil here, specifically nematodes, that sometimes the beets sort of get mutilated as a result of the nematodes infesting the root system. So instead, we're gonna grow them in fabric bags. But Aiden and I just went on a mission, and ideally with beets, they don't need a ton of soil depth. We don't have any shallow containers available because we've got succulents in all of those. So we decided instead to use these fabric bags, and these are bags from Root Maker, which we've had for years, and they're really great. Being coated with plastic like this, they actually help reflect the sun in the summertime. But at this time of year, that's not such a big issue. What we realized is we could fold these over so that we wouldn't need as much soil in each one of these bags, and then we wouldn't be wasting soil, and it'll be better for the beets long term. So we've got these filled with the Soil3 Veggie mix, which is super awesome, and you should click the link in the description. Use my code BreeGrows23, oh my God, BreeGrows23, to save extra at the checkout. And now all we're gonna do is put the beet seeds into the bags. But you're gonna notice the beets are actually in little containers of water. And this is just hot tap water. And what I've learned over the years, specifically with beets and peas and beans, things that have larger seed, you actually get a jump start on their germination rate if you go ahead and allow them to soak for a little while in warm water. And you don't have to keep the water hot, just fill the container hot, put your seeds in, and generally allow them to soak for as little as 20 minutes, but maybe up to a few hours. So we're basically at the stage where our seeds can go in. And all I'm really gonna do here is kind of pour the water out and then basically thumb the seeds into place so that they're evenly spaced. But the goal here is to fill these pots up. I want this to be, lots and lots of beet foliage that we can harvest before the beet root is actually ready to be eaten. So let's give you an up-close view of our planting process to seed beets. All right, so basically I am just going to kind of dump these seeds out just like that. And they aren't very well, like they aren't evenly distributed this way. So I am just gonna kind of move them around by hand and basically just with my pointer finger, kind of stick them into the soil so that they've got good contact. And this is not an exact science. Basically, they will germinate in the next couple of weeks. I would say at least 12 to 15 days, maybe a bit longer. And you want to grow your beets in as much sun as possible. So site them in an area that, you know, has lots of exposure with easy access to a hose, because as the days get warmer and longer, you're definitely going to need to grow or to water these with regularity. All right, so we've got one done. Now we'll do the other pot. And same thing, just kind of move the seeds around so that they are spaced a little bit more evenly. And then once these germinate, if we find that we have more room in these pots, we can always do an additional overseeding with a complementary crop. Something like cilantro would actually be a great combination with beets. Okay. All right, now we have got the beets put in place. Remember, full sun, easy access to water. That way you will really pay attention and give them everything they need. And be sure to check out Kelly's book, The Creative Vegetable Gardener, for a lot of inspiration and great how-to information. Well, I hope that this video has been helpful. I hope that you will be encouraged to grow some beets for yourself. Please give us a like, be sure to share with your friends, and subscribe to the Breathe the Plant Lady YouTube channel for more practical gardening advice, right here from our Zone 7 garden in Central North Carolina. Thanks so much for watching, everybody.